Welcome back to Warrior Park for what should be an absolute blockbuster of a Victory Cup quarter-final. Olympia FC Warriors, the Victory League champions, host what is a very formidable opponent in Northern Rangers, and one that they've found hard to beat in recent times. A team that really got going as the season was drawing to a close. They've got a full squad to pick from, a full fit squad, and a lot of weapons in that arsenal, and they're going to prove pretty stern opposition to Olympia today. We see Olympia with a bit of a new look. We've got Jack Cullen in the starting lineup, and Harry Woolley looks to be playing up on a wing. So a new-looking Olympia FC Warriors outfit up against a strong Northern Rangers. I'm Damien Gill, and also we've got the Drewster Rooster, Andrew Cooling, by my side to call this one live to you.
Yeah, good to be here. Certainly hasn't warmed up from the earlier game, but the competition on the field should be pretty hot out there. Two very good teams. We've seen one upset already with University doing the job over Launceston City. Can Northern Rangers pull off a similar upset here? Probably be a little bit less surprising because this is a very strong Rangers side, and they're going to try and score from kickoff, or at least just try and get field position. Whatever it was not the best, and a roll out for a Sean Lewis goal kick. Olympia will look to take over here early on. The champions, of course, and wonder, premiership hangovers. It's a short turnaround, playing a week later. How will they respond? It's a bit of an unknown. Certainly it's going to be a very hungry Northern Rangers team. This is their big chance at silverware. We see the same determination that Olympia played with throughout the season today. Vandermeer quickly forward, and Securus on the end of this one, but he was clearly offside, and just needs to be careful with those playing after the offside. It's a terrible way to pick up a yellow card. It's probably a slightly harsh punishment, I've always felt, but certainly needs to be careful with those ones there, Manny.
Interesting to see a new look Olympia lineup. Last week, of course, got the job done. We've seen Harry Woolley play fullback most of the year, Jack Cullen at fullback today, and Woolley up top on a wing, of course, Fabian Gustafsson back in Sweden. So Glenn McNeil tinkering with his lineup. And this one's played down the line and out of play. As I've mentioned a couple of times, Drewster, this Rangers lineup is the best we've seen this season. It's strong. Got real good solidarity at the back with Nick Swarad, partnered with Aidan Rigby. You've got Pat Linnell-Atkinson on the flank. On the other flank, you've got Tenzing Anderson. In midfield, it's a young midfield, but it's a quality midfield. Dan Christie, a young player that's starting to make his mark, and he's on the ball right now. Breezes by Meredith. Here we go, Christie. Oh, just taken away from Vandermeer. And it's kept moving by Hickey. He sweeps it long and strong, looking for Woolley. It's seen clear with Swirag coming across. Anderson might try and keep it alive. He can't. But then you see Tannhauser, who's a tremendous player, and Towns, of course, the Mitsubishi medalist. What a season he has had. A deserved best and fairest of the competition, I think. And he's a key player for them. When he's on song, the Rangers look at their best. At the back, they've got a really reliable gloveman in James Wilson. Up top, you've got Shoulder Anderson, who's a quality player, and Adam Edwards. And on the other side, you've got Chris Hill, who can have an impact. On the bench, they've got their captain, Nick Linnell-Atkinson, who's making his way back from injury, who can have an impact for 30-odd minutes. So, Rangers, different prospect to when they last came to Warrior Park, and even when they did last come to Warrior Park, they proved to be pretty tricky opposition for the Warriors. They do find it hard to beat them. I don't know what it is, Drewster, but thrilling rivalry, this one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have that bogey team. Often that belies ladder position when they meet, as we see Gavin Hoy with an attempt from range, but easy enough take there, and Rangers can start back out the other way, but turn it over the lettuce farmer. Yeah, a rare start, and that's some sharp work. Oh, well done, keeper. There's Harry Woolley in there, just sliding in at the ball. Keeper sliding in there first. Certainly interesting seeing him play as a winger. Not something I've seen before. Usually the fullback by trade. It's Nichols on the ball. He'll play it out from the back. With Alex Holmes, of course, done for the season, in for surgery. Nichols and Vandermeer partnership again today.
And it's a good one, isn't it?
Pretty solid pairing.
Yeah.
good in the air, both very comfortable on the ball. It's a difficult one to break down for the Rangers.
It is. I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. I think the Rangers will be very pumped to try and go deep into this competition and try and snag some silverware. They've been fourth the last 2 years and they've been good, but that's about it. They were runner-up in last year's Victory Cup. They couldn't snag silverware then. I think they need to find one. I think they need to bring a cup back to the NTCA as Meredith picks it up in midfield, finds Isles, he jigs and jags and puts it down the line. It's picked up by Hill, wallops it forward. Meredith on his own, brings it down, looking for Hoyce. We're at wins in the air, help further. It's a good bit of a hustle and bustle. I think it was Rigby, it was Hill even, leapt in there. He was met and done to all contact, so it'll be a free kick for the Rangers. So a big game here, massive quarter-final, all Victory League affair. Two teams, as I said, have a thrilling rivalry. You call them a bogey side of the Warriors, maybe not so much on paper in terms of wins and losses. They're not a massive bogey in terms of every time they come up against each other they lose to them or anything, but they just find it hard to break them down. We saw that here. They beat Rangers 1-0 in a really tight tussle here. And, yeah, they just find them a tricky proposition as the ball comes long and strong. Looking for Isles, bounces away from him and out of playing out for a throw-in. So Rangers, they'll be looking to break what seems to be a northern hoodoo in the Cup so far. It looks like Somerset's going to go down to South Hobart. We saw just before Launceston City really got done by Universities. The ball comes over the top. Wilson does enough in the end to see it away. Woolley picks it up. Dinks inside, can't find a white shirt, and Hill's at the races. Gives himself a touch and a bit of space to run into. In the end, it's a bit of a nothing ball from him, and it'll be picked up from Lewis.
Just kind of bypassing the midfield at the moment, aren't they, the Rangers? Not really allowed to settle in this one. We need to see the likes of Townhauser and Midday Towns get on the ball a bit, make things happen. At the moment, they've been pegged back. It should be noted that Olympia have got the wind at their backs in this half, so probably a slight advantage there. Pretty awful conditions out here as they look to get forward now and well defended. Somehow it's an Olympia throw in, however. Just the protestations there of Linnell Atkinson. So Olympia to build down this wing. Here's Isles. Of course, if they were to lose today, would be his final game in Olympia shirt, or have they got National Premier League?
They've got National. Is he
here for that?
Yes, so he'll actually take on his future side in the National Premier Leagues in a couple of weeks, and that's a really exciting opportunity. I think it's September 19. So really looking forward to seeing Olympia on the national stage. It's good to see, no disrespect to South Hobart, it's good to see another team on the national stage. South Hobart have done us well really in recent times, but great to see another team up there too, putting themselves up in lights as it's played forward from Callan, picked up from Meredith. He dinks inside and it's cut off from square out away from Sakiris. Sends him to Anderson along for Edwards. Nips it back to Anderson. Also, talked about Rangers lineup. They've also got Kenty Yamane on the bench, I believe. So
strange seeing him on the pine, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a quality player.
A fixture of this lineup. So options off the bench. Certainly a luxury to have as Hickey hustles and bustles his way through here. I don't think he'll be able to keep that one in though. Goes out of play for a throw in. Shea Hickey, of course, winning the media medal this week. So we get the media award winner and Hickey in midfield up against the Mitsubishi medalist in Midday Towns. Nice little side contest to this one.
Yeah, and both at different ends of it in terms of age as well as it comes to the Mitsubishi medalist. Oh, some sharp stuff from Towns. Finds Hill. He moves it on, finds Shoulder Anderson. He's a tricky customer. Callan up to the task. Christie slides in, does well for the Rangers, just bustles it forward. Falls for Edwards. What can he do? Gets a ball to the back stick. Towns heads it, but it's squeezed out by the Warriors. Meredith just sees it at bay to Hoy. To Woolley inside to the bullseye, and it's Sakiris that lets it run. Hickey with a desperate lunge. It's Lano Atkinson to Christie. Over the top, it's a deft little cross. Hill with a desperate effort, a bit of a nothing one. He was never retrieving that ball. A foul against him. sees one again. Towns rose high, but it went straight into Griffiths, and they were able to see it clear.
Yeah, it's a nice play, first real moment in attack there for the Rangers, looking to make things happen. It's been Olympia who've had control over proceedings largely so far in the opening 10 minutes. Pretty fast pace to this one so far. Furious pace being played. Both teams really keen to assert themselves on the contest early on. This one will just roll out of play eventually, and it'll be a throw in for the Rangers. Taking their time to set this one up, and eventually now Atkinson will take it. A very good year, the fullback. One of the best fullbacks in the league. What can he do? Take it down the line, he's turned it over here, and Hoy looking to hustle his way through. Oh, the lettuce farmer onto the right, and he curls one just wide. Meredith not too far away, took a nice little touch around Towns there, and then fired one off. Didn't miss by too much. Brushing the top of the net there, but certainly with the wind, it's going to be a difficult day for goalkeepers. And the wind very much on Olympia's back in this half, which will make playing out difficult. Launch one along down this flank here. Edwards is off after it, but Olympia will control it. Meredith intercepted though by Townhouse. Got it to Towns. Building nicely here, Rangers. Man, a bit too much of a task there though. Looks to get inside. Hickey across to cover. Can he prevent the corner? No, he can't. Or yes, he can in fact. So well done, Shay Hickey. His Rangers looking to probe down that right hand side to forge a clear opportunity as of yet. Sean Lewis will look to play it out from the back. Olympia, of course, do like keeping along the deck. This time forced to hack it long. It gets caught up in the breeze and will go all the way through to Wilson at the other end, although he's set Townhouser a task, but well and truly up to it was the big Townhouse. Oh, Ute Towns turning nicely, showing some silk there. Shifts it across now to now Atkinson, who's got 2 to beat. And he's drawn a foul. Hoy infringing. If he didn't, they were off the other way there, Olympia breaking in numbers, so slightly fortunate to get the free kick there, I reckon, Rangers. Townhouse over it, he gets them moving forwards. Slowly look to build this one up. From the back, charging forward, that's well cut out by Nichols. Hoy can come back the other way now, he's got Isles out to his left, he'll shift it out to him now. Luke Isles, what can he do? He puts in the immediate cross. Yeah, they put it behind for a corner. Sekiris never really near it, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. This Townhouse gets across and puts this one in touch.
I think there's a car nearby driving on the highway. If it's a ute, I reckon it's just snagged the ball. Everyone's gone straight in the back and they've driven off with it. It's a really bizarre hypothetical from me, but play on. Hoy to bring this one in from the left. He'll look to hoist it, and he does. Brings it in. It's a swirling ball out to the back stick. It's picked up by Nichols. He's got Anderson for company. Anderson does well, smothers him out for a throw-in. Cookie Monster on this line. And as Mamarcus teased in the pre-game, Charlie White, referee of the year, officiating this one as the throw-in comes in from Cullen. It's not dealt with by Townhouse. Lets in Sekiris, who finds Hickey, who finds Nichols. From right to left, he finds Griffiths. Races away, along for Isles, just eludes his outstretched leg. Patlano Atkinson gives and goes. It's with the Tannhauser. He goes back for Swirad. They'll just guide it out from defence. Swirad with a bit of a step over and a shake, and then Hoy does well to cut it off.
So the Townhouse goes back to now Atkinson, who launches long but can't keep it in. Anderson lurking in the background there. His Isles immediately surrounded. Hickey working one over the top. Ping pong here at the moment. Now can they go the other way through Edwards as he looks to break down the left. He looks up ahead of him, but Vandermeer's got that. well covered, and Lewis has got plenty of time, and he'll launch this one long. Here's Meredith starting in place of Mearns in midfield today. Sekiris back to Hickey. Hickey to Vander May to Nichols. So patiently building up here, Olympia. They do like to play a nice passing game as they shift it out to the right. That was a pretty poor pass there from Nichols, just a bit ambitious perhaps.
Ambitious indeed. Throw in now. Anderson down for Rigby. Threads the needle, finds Tannhauser, who's had a bit of it early.
Slide in, Sekiris now turning. He's running at Rigby, he fires one off, but it was always high and wide. Goal kick here for Wilson. Absolutely awful conditions. The rain has halted for the time being at least. It's certainly a strong breeze that's favouring Olympia.
Feeling out period, even though these two teams are well accustomed. It's just the nature of cup football, I think, as it's brought down for Towns. He loses it. Oh, looks to win it back. Yes, he does. The Mitzi Mellis. Oh, loses it again as Isles rails off a shot. Blocked. Away for Lanu Atkinson. For Shoulder Anderson. He earns a foul as Hickey gets into the back of him. One of the worst attempts at a high five there. If we could get a replay, Hickey gave Shoulder Anderson absolutely zip. Play goes on. Townhouse out to the right. Ball from Hill. Get another one to space and nothing else. Out for a throw in.
It's a fairly cagey affair so far here at Warrior Park. Isles tried the fancy flick on but missed it, and it's put out of play. Certainly expecting a tight, low-scoring affair here between these two teams. Townhouse off is short, but now Atkinson ignored him, then decided to go there to the Townhouse. He turns back to Lanau Atkinson, who swivels on the spot, and they've forced a turnover back the other way. Now come Olympia. It's Sekiris on the ball. He's got his head up, looking for options. Found a good one. Here's Woolley. Well blocked though. Anderson did well to stop that. Woolley just smashed that one across, but defender blocking it off nicely. Here's Vander May now. Gets it forward for Hoy, but he's dispossessed by the Townhouse. So looks to get him moving, but just hit his pass a little bit too much on it. Isles has the ball wide on the left, but the referee has said you're offside. So Rangers, Lanau Atkinson, full-back position here.
Drewster really enjoying that battle and will continue to enjoy it in terms of one of the best wingers in the league up against one of the best fullbacks, Pat Lanu Atkinson versus Isles.
Absolutely. Lanau Atkinson has got a fair case for being the best fullback in the competition from what I've seen. He's an outstanding defender. Gets forward, and certainly they will be keeping a keen eye on that matchup. And plenty of play down that flank. No doubt Olympia will be keen to feed Isles, especially with I suppose Woolley out of position playing the other wing. You'd probably expect them to lean towards the Isles side of things a little more, so it'll be a busy evening for Lanau Atkinson as the ball comes over the top. It'll trickle out of play away from Edwards. Look to box him in. That's an unconventional throw. Didn't get much on it in the end. Olympia will regain the ball as Meredith will just leave it behind.
So Callan on a very rare start, throws in from the right. Down the line, Anderson wins. It's flicked up by Callan. Meredith helps it for Woolley. Down the line it goes, and it's Towns who gets involved. Sekiris tries to flick on, Rigby wise to it, wins it. Oh, it's desperate stuff. It's won by Meredith, chested down well by Swerad. Quality from the Englishman. Holds it up, finds his countryman. Edwards loses it. Woolley gives and goes, finds Hoy. Hoy to Meredith. This is where Olympia are dangerous. Play goes on. White not having a bar of it. The shoulder Anderson to Towns. Are the Rangers away here now? It's Towns with Isles for company. Oh, he threads it through. Just misses the run of Christie. It's cut off from Lanu Atkinson. He does well, gets back and wins it and earns himself a foul.
Yeah, it was really well done by Luke Isles there a moment ago, just tracking back to help out his defence. There'll be a big focus there for both teams, getting numbers back in support. Both teams possess some real threats going forward, but generally been lower scoring flashes between these sides. As you see the foul on Linnell Atkinson there. He'll take the free kick. Haven't really created a clear-cut chance yet. The Rangers, as he waits for an option, in the end goes centrally to Ute Towns. Always a good option. The medalist is now we see Rigby drive one long, but absolutely no one on the end of it, and Lewis can just gather this. And he looks up and see a lot on offer, so he just plays it short for Vandermeer. Being Hickey player 1-2, and was made to work a little bit there. Hickey, and he'll just play it back, so he's very patient, as is the Olympia way. Now they've shifted out wide to the left. Isles on the ball, and now Atkinson up on him. Back to Hickey. So good defensive structures here by the Rangers.
Good start to the game, to be honest, Rooster. I like this. Meredith does well, gets by. Yitzi to Mitzi. Back for Hickey, who plays forward, and it's a foul. Not sure who that was against. Maybe Christie coming in late on Hickey.
Yeah, would have just got him a little bit, left a little bit on him. Not too much though, I wouldn't have thought.
Dan Christie, you might not know much about him, Brewster. I think he's 16. He's a young prospect, former, I think he's under 13, under 14 state player. Good pedigree, but he's a feisty bugger. He has a bit to say. And
I like it in midfield.
Yeah, has a bit of mongrel about him, which I think the Rangers like.
See what at him, he's 16. You've got Townhouse and Ute Towns. It's a nice little midfield they've got there.
Here he is.
It's clearly foul. The lettuce farmer just grabbing a fair bit of shirt there, and Townhouse wanted to get it moving quickly. Had Hill bursting full for him, but in the end, thought against it. He might just go sideways to Swirat. And he does just that. Swirat looks up, and they've shifted out to Linnell Atkinson, who's immediately pressured by Isles. So he's done well to win it there, Isles. And moving on to Hoy. Olympia building the other way. Luke Isles, he's been dangerous early. Wants to go onto that left foot of his though. They showed him onto his right. That's intelligent defending there by the Rangers. The danger not averted though. Here's Hoy, immediately surrounded. Couldn't get past Christie, and they've come back the other way now. All the Rangers. Anderson on here for him if he wants. He's still running. Now he lays it off for Anderson. He goes to the Townhouse. It's around Hickey, and now the overlapping run comes from Linnell Atkinson. Puts into a dangerous area. Christie's shot bobbles, and then is cleared. You get a lot of purchase on it, but some lovely build-up work, some good combination play down that right-hand side for Rangers. It's a nice little build-up there. No foul. Back Olympia, but cutting that out is Ute Towns. His influence just starting to grow. The Mitsubishi medalist, he's done well to keep his feet, but eventually brought down. Momentum bring him down. A clear foul, and certainly causing some trouble there. I think he probably got fouled twice. He did. So well done, Towns, and presents a good set-piece opportunity here for the Rangers.
Good set-piece opportunity just before it happens, and Christie will be all over this, by the way. Loves a set-piece. Full time at KG5 Football Park. A gallant showing from Sunset Sharks, going down 2-1 to South Hobart.
Well, 2-0 down on a man down, weren't they? So that's a pretty good effort.
Scored with 10 men. So here is Christie. Lofts it in, the back stick. Nobody home in maroon shirt. I think I'll take it again though.
Very lucky there. Bit of an infringement, bit of encroachment from the wall, and lets them off. It was a pretty poor set piece. Christie, so what, 16 years of age, and he's still already got the set piece duty. Try and work something here. I'm going to go the shot this time, perhaps. It's an interesting stance he's taken. Sideways, what's he do? He looks to curl a shot. Couldn't curl it in though, wide of Lewis's post. It remains 0-0, but the Rangers starting to grow into this contest now. Olympia probably shading the opportunities and possession early on. The Rangers just starting to look a little bit more comfortable. 20 minutes in. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty tight game. Can't see there being a lot of goals. Both teams looking pretty solid defensively. Things can change quickly. Here's Hoy now. He looks to skip around and he's got Sakiris on. Goes himself, Gavin Hoy. Now shifts it out to Woolley. He cuts it back, but straight into the arms of Wilson. It was pretty poor in the end from Woolley. There's no one making a near post run. Just needed to get the boot round. It couldn't quite get round it enough and let off the hook there for Rangers because Hoy was surging forward, marauding through that midfield, looking pretty dangerous.
He was indeed. Yeah, probably a let-off for the Rangers. Played long from Wilson. It's won by shoulder. Flicked on by Towns. He finds Christie. It's a ball out wide. It looks to be brought undone, but it's played on and it's there for Edwards almost. Callan gets involved, sees it clear. Anderson of the Tenzing variety breezes by him from the byline, cuts it back, it gets by a couple, but Griffiths sees it away from Christie. Hoy with the ball now. Guides it back to his defence in Callan. Pressure coming from the Rangers, and it's Tannhauser who wins it in the air. Shoulder Anderson now. Drops it off, back for Towns. He's bustled over. Play goes on as Christie finds Tannhauser. Nudges it wide, but it's straight to a white shirt and straight to Griffiths. His ball finds Patlanu Atkinson of the opposition. Flicked on expertly by Hill. And it's Christie who looks to give himself some space to run. He's brought down by Nichols. And a foul against the Warrior. Free kick for Rangers in a dangerous position.
So it's the Rangers on top just for the moment. It's a dangerous teasing ball across the area. Griffiths on home to steer it away. And it'll be Christie again to stand over this one. Look to send it in. They've got 4 shirts in the box to try and pick out. What can Christie do? Will it be the left foot of Edwards perhaps instead? Might well be. It is in fact. So Edwards goes in. A bit short and volleyed and just over the top. It wasn't far away there.
It was Hill.
Hill there looking to just pull off something a little special. I thought that just a little bit short the free kick, but that first touch superb, and that would have been one of the goals of the year. The control and volley there, that was outstanding, but just wide.
Hill looking to be king of the hill there, but just couldn't quite get it down. Nichols on the ball now, smothered by Shoulder Anderson, and this is the difference with him in the side for the Rangers. They've got a target man, they've got someone that provides a bit of pressure on those 2 centre halves for the Warriors. Throw now for Griffiths. A bit of frustration on his face as he looks to throw down the line. It's one in the air by the Rangers through Hill. Out for another throw-in. In for Hoy. Sees back to Griffiths. Down the line he goes. It ping-pongs around and Hickey and Edwards collide. Edwards does well, but Callan beats him to it. And it's played forward by Tenzing Anderson, but straight to Olympia through Lewis. Finds his skipper, Van der May. Forward, it's won by Tannhauser. He's got to deal with Meredith. Meredith wins it down, but straight out of play for a throw-in. So, 27 minutes old is this contest, and still 0-0 between Olympia FC Warriors, the Victory League champions, and Northern Rangers. Sakiris now lays back from Meredith. He takes a tumble as he passes, but picks out Isles. He's got Lanu Atkinson hot on his heels. Ute Towns picks it up to Christie, who turns and burns, puts it out in front of Patlanu Atkinson. He's got Christie offering inside. He can't quite get it to him. It bobbles around, and Van der May deals with it in the finish.
Offside flag's been raised, so there'll be a clearing opportunity now for Olympia. They do look sharp moving forward, Rangers. Christie really impressive, isn't he, through the midfield? He's making things happen, that young fella.
He's got a bit of pace about him and a bit of adventure. He likes to take it on, and I think it really adds something to this Rangers mix. They waited to blood him, really made him earn his stripes as Edwards steals it off Olympia. It's with Christie now. Dinks out onto the left-hand side. Town should retrieve. Just at the byline, he gets a ball back. In fact, the byline's beaten him, and it's out for a goal kick. You see this one again, Towns. Tell you what, don't know if the whole ball was out, but
probably doesn't matter much anyway, given Lewis got her up.
Yeah, you're right, he clutched it.
There's Van der May moving forward. Good ball to Woolley, but it's immediately closed down there by Rigby. Olympia looking to create something. They haven't really gone forward in the last 10 minutes or so. It's been All the Rangers on top. That's a very full-blooded challenge. Nicely done by Rigby. Gets the ball out away from Woolley. He was committed. They're the type of ones where you got to get the ball or you're in serious strife. It was a full-blooded challenge. He got the ball and did well though, Rigby. Now the lettuce farmer with the throw. He lobs it. Sakiris headed it and then volleyed back across. I think there was a handball in there though. And it will be a free kick to the Rangers.
This is a good battle, Drew. So yeah, it was a handball on Sakiris, just off his arm. So, but a good battle between these two sides. Olympia probably looking more measured in possession, but Rangers looking really menacing when they break fast on the attack. As it's Wilson who brings it back in, long and strong. It's one by Edwards. Towns will bring it under his spell, and he does. Finds his partner in crime, Tannhauser. Lays back. Finds Anderson. Gives Woolley a look and then pumps long. It's a wasteful ball. Picked up by Lewis. And he'll just kick for touch and find his opposite number in Wilson.
It's very un-Olympia-like though. Just a hoof forward that goes all the way through to the keeper. Normally more composed, but you got to say the Rangers doing a terrific job of disrupting their usual passing game. Rangers midfield doing a good job here. As Townhauser sold Swearad into a little bit of trouble. Shoulder Anderson flicking on. It's Griffiths under a little bit of pressure, but he found his keeper Lewis, who can just relieve the pressure by thumping it the length. Straight down to Rigby though, but his control was well hijacked. He is Meredith. Spreads it out wide. Now Sakiris on the ball. Goes back to the lettuce farm. Now to Hoy. A quick pass, but no one was on the same page as him. And now the counter's on. If the Townhouse get there first, he can't.
Oh, I tell you what.
I think he's a bit stiff not to get the throw in there.
Very, very stiff is the Tannhauser.
He's Gavin Hoy, the Canadian, who's buzzed about but hasn't had a tremendous influence on things yet. We know what a talent he is. Griffiths looking to move forward.
One of the real reasons I think Olympia won the title was Gavin Hoy. Just came in at the right time and just added an extra element to the mix. He comes forward for Isles. He looks to get across into the box. It's cut off from Swearad and out for a deep throw in, I think it is. So yeah, Gavin Hoy, tremendous player. Player of a real note. And when he came in, it just breathed a little bit of life into the Warriors, to be honest.
Very hard position to play, the number 10. Well, he's done it so well. He just pulls the strings, very silky customer. And when you've got wingers like Gustafsson and Isles that had this year, just nice when you've got a man like Hoy who can just spread it out to them in that manner.
Yeah.
It's so hard to shut down the wide areas and centrally, especially when you've had Hickey and Mearns in behind all year. It does make it tough to win the midfield.
Does indeed. As it's thrown into Sakiris, he beats Tannhauser to it. From Cullen into Edwards and out of play.
I'm going to say the Rangers midfield have been more than up for this one so far though. Probably shading it early on. Here's a chance for Woolley. Nothing ball and Rangers will clear. Hill out after this one. Long strides. He's being chased down by Isles. In the end he's played it straight to Hickey. He's done well to cut it out in typical Shea Hickey fashion. Just sitting back, chopping everything off. Shielding that back four as he does. Here's the Townhouse. Gets it to Lano Atkinson. He goes down the line looking for Anderson, but again it was Hickey breaking up the play. He's starting to grow into this game. He didn't have a lot of touches early on, but just perhaps sensing that they're losing a little bit in midfield, needs to assert himself a little bit.
Yeah, really lifted his output, hasn't he? He's a key man for this Warriors lineup. Not just in what he does when the ball is at his feet, but his leadership and his talk is so important. I'm not sure what's going on here. 2 balls on the pitch. What's going on? Hit the ball.
Flat ball, I think.
Right.
So it's been replaced.
Quite confusing. But yeah, flat ball. So Vandermeer just poked it into Christie's direction and he just punted it straight out. I think he was being a little bit cheeky, as I said.
Not having that, he said. Remember, none of that.
He is a cheeky customer, as it's Worked well down the flank by Rangers. Nice into play, and it's Hill on the burst now. He's got Lanu Atkinson offering right. He finds him. Oh, but it's Griffiths who cuts it out. They clear. It's Isles on it. Drops it off for Hickey. Dinks back looking for the run of Isles. Asking a bit too much as Hickey runs out of play for a goal kick. So nice work for both teams down that flank. Rangers definitely look a lot smoother than last time we saw them here. They were a good side, defensively well set up, but they were toothless, to be honest, and they looked really menacing when the ball is moving from midfield into the front third. Wilson on the ball, punch forward, Shoulder Anderson brings it down, but it's straight to an opposing force in Hoy. He finds Isles inside. Hoy again for Hickey. The H's combine. And he goes back to his defence. Nichols and Van der May. Pressure coming from Christie. He does well. And to be honest, forces a fairly average ball from Van der May. So good work from the youngster. Out for another goal kick. Seen a bit of that from Olympia, and it's not what you come to expect from Olympia.
It's been really good pressing and really good pressure from Rangers. They're not giving him time on the ball. They're closing him down and they're forcing him into these slightly more rash passes. It's been a really good job by the Rangers to set up and disrupt them. And you've got to say, it's not the usual flowing football that we're used to from Olympia. They've got the win this half too, so I reckon the Rangers will be absolutely delighted to go in 0-0. Because there's no doubt they're doing their harder work, kicking into what is a pretty strong breeze. Sakiris to Hoy, his touch was a bit heavy. Now Towns can go the other way. Mitsubishi medalist, and it was shirt grab, and the ref has noticed that, so he will get the free kick, and now Rangers can look to build something. Thought about going short, and in the end he goes down the line. The wind takes a hold of that. Here's Edwards, wants to get onto his left. Good past that, and here is the young 16-year-old. Plays a nice little 1-2, but reading it quite nicely there and putting it out of play. Good work from the Olympia defence. So you've got to say they've been well organised. They've looked dangerous when they've broken the Rangers, but they've been snuffed out by a pretty well organised back four of Olympia.
Yeah, it's been good. The throwing comes down the line from the Zingerberger, and it's run out of play from Edwards. No, Edwards probably hasn't had the season he would have liked. A few little run-ins with injury. Need him to have an impact on that flank, on that left side. Comes out from Lewis to Nichols, back for Lewis. Looks to pick out Callan. Tell you what, he is so good with his distribution, Lewis. Picked out Callan on a 20-cent piece there. Straight forward to Sakiris. Oh, in the end, he spins around and gets himself in a bit of trouble and puts it out of play.
It's a lack of communication there, and the run off the ball. Woolley perhaps playing in an unfamiliar position, but needed to provide an option for Sakiris, who turned, and he turned directly into Woolley, who was standing next to him. He's just saying, need a run from you. As the wind really starting to pick up here at Warrior Park. It's very tough conditions out there for the players. Here's Edwards, going to make something happen inside areas. Here's the townhouse. Oh, it's a lovely ball through, just a bit heavy for Edwards, and Lockie Nichols is across to put that one out of play, but the threat not abated. They will get the throw in a very good area. Edwards on short, or will he perhaps go the big heave? He does indeed. He launches it into the box, but the lettuce farmer's across to deal with that. Now leading in the race is Woolley, and that was out of play. The referee didn't think so. Play on. Rangers look to rebound down the right, but getting a little bit casual. Lanau Atkinson, and a heavy touch from Miles bailed him out. So that was looking ominous for a second. Now it's the Rangers who are threatening through Hill. Griffiths got down, and the ball takes a deflection into the hands of Lewis. He looks to get things going again. Hasn't had to make any saves as of yet, Lewis. And they've been playing as a sweeper, catching those balls. He's turned it over there. That was horrible. Well, the young fella won't get paid. He won't. Oh, Christie put it straight down his throat. And that was a really good chance for Rangers to go 1-0 up. We spoke earlier about Lewis's distribution. That was just awful. He's put it straight. Oh, he's got a pass there, surely. I know confidence, but Shoulder Anderson there just lay it off to him. He's close to a tap in. Can't blame the young fella wanting to take the shot on there with his in a good position, but couldn't beat Lewis, who bailed himself out of the problem that he created. A real let-off there for Warriors. That could very easily have been 1-0.
Could have easily been 1-0, and a rare error from Lewis. He's so good with his distribution. That surprises me, to say the least. Quality player of note. That one is a very, very rare error as it comes forward down the left-hand side. Hill should cut this one off. Oh, he almost, in the end, I think he's had to put it out for a corner. It's a little bit sloppy from Hill there, a little bit casual on it.
Yeah, I think he's trying to shield the ball, and he overran it a little bit as we have a look at the replay. Yeah, he's just let his opponent get in behind him. He didn't really use his body quite as he needed to there. Hoy whiffs in the corner and it's headed. Rebounds, Vandermeer on target. Will it go in? Not quite. It was dangerous. Here's Anderson now with a clearing ball. Who's going to get there first? The Townhouse was leading the way, but Vandermeer nipped in and did well, the big centre half, to get back and snuff that attack out before it could develop. And certainly breaking there, and had numbers if the Townhouse could have got there first, so vital that Vandermeer did. He's been good so far. He's Sekiris, who's dropping very, very deep, and that's always a sign that perhaps not dominating in the manner they're accustomed to when Sekiris starts getting in his own half. He's done well here though. Flicked it onto Woolley, he's in behind. He'll charge into the box. Will he shoot or pick someone out? He goes to the shot, and it's well denied there. Good save from Wilson.
Quality effort here from Wilson. We see Woolley come in. Wilson came out, made himself big, saved it. Very sharp stuff from the gloveman. So Isles to bring it in from a corner. Ticking into the latter part of the opening stanza. It's been exciting, frenetic stuff really. This is brought in by Isles, out to the back post. Swirad all over Vandermeer. Sees it out for another corner from the opposite side.
Gavin Hoy, the Canadian, across to take it again. Saw plenty of drama just before half-time in the earlier game here, where we see a repeat. As Gavin Hoy plays a dangerous curling ball that's whipped across the face, no one at the back post, and that'll roll out a play for a goal kick. So nothing doing there. 0-0. It's been a pretty pulsating game as we have another look at the effort from Woolley. Angle always against him. And the defence did pretty well to cover Sekiris in the middle, so I reckon the shot was the right option. He did what he had to, he put it on target. Just a good piece of goalkeeping to deny him.
Yeah, it was smart. Quickly off his line, made himself big.
He gets play started again here, kicking into a pretty stiff breeze, and Woolley heads down. Can either team find a breakthrough? What a momentum boost it would be to score going into half-time. Just completely changed the complexion of the half-time talks of the manager if either team could find a goal here. So Tenzing Anderson goes looking for Edwards. Ute Towns controls it. Here's the Townhouse. Looks up and sees Hickey blocking his path. Now he shifts it out to the right. Sets Hill a task. He's up to it. He plays the early ball in, looking for shoulder Anderson, but couldn't pick him out. And Sean Lewis, the American, able to get there, and very stealthy stuff there by shoulder Anderson. Was just lurking behind the keeper, hoping he might drop it on the deck. As we see going down and getting immediately back to his feet when he saw an opportunity for the ball was Christie. Here is Sekiris, turns, plays it all the way back to his keeper. Vandermeer drops deep to receive. Now he looks up to start the move. He can run to halfway unchecked, so the Rangers players just starting to drop off now a little bit and not press them as much. Here's Isles. Oh, he's got round now Atkinson. He's got round Hill. Shots deflected and a roll out of play for a corner. No, it's going to stay in, but Luke Isles has looked their most lively customer going forward. You see getting around now Atkinson through the legs of Hill, but they had plenty of numbers back. Olympia still pressing on here though. Hoy was the target, but the Townhouse did well just to break that up. Now Ute Towns didn't have a lot on, so wisely just held up and went to the Townhouse. Got into a little bit of trouble there. Hoy dispossessed him. Now they launch it forward. Hill wins the header. Lockie Nichols can just leave that one for Lewis.
Does indeed, as Lewis rolls short for his skipper and Vandermeer. From right to left, he finds Nichols. A bit of space to run into. Will make full use of that. Dinks forward. Yet again, no one home. Very strange to see the Warriors do that. From Wilson short to Rigby. Rigby flat ball. It's flicked on, and Tenzing Anderson can cause some troubles here from the byline. Knocks it back. Oh, just eludes the Rangers, and they should be out of trouble here. Olympia through Hickey. He finds Isles. His first touch lets him down, and it's out for a throw-in. So this arm wrestle continues as Towns can't quite thread the needle between two Warriors. Comes back the other way, and it's straight to the Rangers. Rigby uncorks the genie out onto the left-hand side. Bounces away from Anderson. Out for a throw-in for Callan. You'd think there won't be too much at a time given the lack of goals or major incidents. This is played back in for Christie. He's got Hoy to deal with. Grabs a piece of his shirt. Play goes on. Just wanders away in the finish, Christie. And Hoy takes the ball with him. Tenzing Anderson picks it up. Squirted out from a congested situation, and Swirad knowingly nods back to his keeper in Wilson. He's had a good first half. Hasn't been posed too many questions, but he's answered them with aplomb. Long and strong it goes, one in the air. By Griffiths. It's back again, but it's out off Hill and out for a Warrior throw-in. So we're beyond the 45-minute mark. Throw-in down the line. It's Isles who earns some yardage. One from Griffiths over the top with a throw. It finds Isles. It's cut off from Tannhauser. Goes back to Rigby. A nice bit of footwork from Edwards to give himself a chance on Callan. Oh, he weasels his way out of trouble. Plays down, right down the right flank. Picks out Hill. Puts it into the box. It's there for Anderson. A tremendous save from Lewis.
Oh, it's top draw. Kick save. That is outstanding from Sean Lewis. Right on half-time. It's just saved his team from going down a goal. It was brilliant counter-attacking. Inch-perfect pass from Hill. Shoulder Anderson's done a great job to get his header back across Lewis.
Oh.
And Lewis with the kick save, positioning, reflexes, 10 out of 10. And that keeps it a 0-0 after an entertaining first half. In truth, it was probably the first clear-cut chance of the half. There's been a few almost chances. It's been a real tough end-to-end battle. It's been a really entertaining game of football. That's the best chance there's been. And Northern Rangers, within an inch of taking the lead at half-time. Well done, Sean Lewis.
Sean Lewis has kept Olympia at level pegging at half-time here. That was a tremendous save with his leg. We'll see some of the highlights from the first half. It's been a really fascinating arm wrestle between two quality teams. It just makes you think, if Rangers had their full-strength lineup the whole year, geez, they could have been a really tricky proposition, and they might have been further up the table. You see that one from Wilson. He's done well to deal with that. Rangers had a couple of half opportunities. The best, definitely, I think, were through Christie, and then right on the edge of the stroke of the half from Shoulder Anderson. A good header too. There wasn't anything wrong with the purchase. Both teams have posed questions. No massive differential between either side. I'd just say it's been a good old-fashioned arm wrestle and a good cup contest.
Yeah, it's looking increasingly like it's just one goal could be enough to win it. It could be one of those sorts of games. Just one player on the pitch will take his chance. Don't think we're going to see it opening up in any significant way in the second half. Neither team's really taken too many risks. They've been making sure the defence is pretty solid. Northern Rangers have broken dangerously at times. A really entertaining game. Both teams look capable of scoring. The Rangers probably just showed it. They've had the two best chances. This one from Christie.
Should have done better.
Should have done better, or maybe passed it. It was Lewis who turned it over, then bailed himself out with a good save. This one was bobbling around dangerously for a while in there. The Rangers definitely had the two best chances. This was a good chance for Woolley, but nice keeping from Wilson. And a really entertaining game. Luke Isles has been probably the biggest threat for Olympia, you'd have to say. So beating a couple of men there, but just hasn't really had the support and attack they've needed. This was the moment, right on the stroke of half-time.
Great ball.
What a cross that was, and Sheldon Anderson must have thought he scored. He's made great purchase on it, back across the keeper. You imagine the keeper's going to be trying to sneak towards the near post there. Brilliant keeping by the American.
He was ready to celebrate, Sheldon Anderson. He was about to turn off and really celebrate with the Rangers fans, but alas, they've got to wait. 0-0 at half-time between the champions, Olympia FC Warriors and Northern Rangers. A thrilling rivalry this pair have had over recent times, and it's only continued in that first 45. We'll be back with the second stanza. It should be a ripper if their first is anything to judge on. Do stay with us. back here early because he's a border collie. Olympia really are the innovators. Some sports science has gone into this for sure. Stuart Page and Christian DiMartino warming up with the assistance of a border collie. I haven't seen this at Old Trafford, but I'm sure it gets a run.
Well, we've seen the Rangers players have been pressing, they've been pushing hard, so this is good pressure. I mean, they're going to be facing a similar pressure in the second half. The border collies applying.
I've often described pressure as pressing like a border collie. Almost a touch. A nice bit of work there from Page. Sees it clear of the border collie.
I'm not convinced this dog actually wants the ball. I think he's just chasing it. I don't actually want it. I just want to get close to it.
That's what he wants you to think. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Back with the second half after some half-time heroes involving a border collie.
Still out there, still chugging away.
Could be an interesting substitution, second half substitution from Olympia FC Warriors.
Yeah, bud, Tasmanian football.
You've seen there, bud. Now, look, I've read through the Victory Cup rules page to page, and nowhere does it say you can't have a dog take the field. I think there's an airbud in the waiting here.
I reckon the way he's warmed up, the way the Olympia bench is embracing, yeah, blood over here. Very good chance. They've been subbed on.
He's been marched off. Early shower for Airbud, but in all seriousness, what a cracking contest that first half was between Olympia FC Warriors, the Victory League champions, and Northern Rangers. Both really taking the game on, and exciting stuff. And if that's anything to judge off, this one's going to go right down the wire, I think, Drewster.
Yeah, and might even go to a bit of extra time the way the first half went. Very little between these two teams. And we'll wait and see if there's been any adjustments, but I think Northern Rangers would be the happier of the two teams. They were working against a pretty strong breeze in that first half. Will that come into things in the second half? Of course, it doesn't necessarily guarantee an advantage. It's a lot of it's how you use it. But I think Rangers would be the happier of the two teams. They've had the two best chances of the game, and they've disrupted a normally pretty fluent Olympia passing game. Obviously the conditions aren't helping that, but they've done a really good job. The midfield trio of Towns, Townhouse and Christie have done a really good job in just disrupting them and breaking the play up, launching counter-attacks, and look, the way it went in the first half, they'll fancy themselves to cause an upset here, Rangers. Of course, Olympia, they're the champions, they've been the best team all year. How will they respond? Let's find out. They kick it off back here at Warrior Park for the second half on a freezing cold Saturday evening here. Victory Cup quarter-final as it's launched forward in the Sekiris direction, but Spirad read that well. Here's Christie now dueling with Hoy, who quickly takes off. He's surrounded and did well to get it there to Sekiris, who looks to chip one in behind to Woolley, who's surging down the right. Can he get there first? He can! Oh my word, Isles! He got his head on it. And that is so close to being 1-0. It's deflected off the keeper, who's got a touch on it. And
I don't know how he's missed.
He's just awful. Oh, Lukey Isles.
Oh, Luke Isles. That's a chance he would love to have again.
I reckon if he was 2 centimetres tall, that's an easy goal. I reckon he just didn't quite get up to it enough.
Yeah, it might be one of those victims of circumstance. Yeah. He's just not the right player to be there at the right place at the right time. He just tried. He got a decent piece of it, but it was always sailing high.
What a chance, though.
What a golden chance. It's Christie on the ball now. Does well on the outside of his right. Out in front of Edwards. He meets it with a shot. Never testing Lewis. Down. Collects. And throws out. So fascinating start for the second half. Oh, nicely done by Towns with a shimmy and a shake. Gets it by his opposing number and earns it throw in. He's a smooth mover is Yite Towns. Really think Rangers, if they can just hold on for long enough, they've got some weapons on that bench they can bring on and pose some further questions of this Olympia outfit. Not sure what that one is. Maybe another throw in. Yes, indeed. Anderson. The big zinger burger, long and strong. He picks out Anderson of the variety. It's there for Hill. Oh, his touch lets him down. Oh my Lord, should have been a certain shot on goal for the Rangers. A sloppy first touch from Hill. Shoulder Anderson did really, really well before that. Tenzing Anderson. The Andersons combined, and geez, it just should have tested Lewis here. We see shoulder Anderson. What a cross. Eluded Griffiths. Maybe should have done better, but that's a sloppy first touch.
He sped it before he had it. He was already lining up that top corner, and it took his eye off the ball a little bit there, and proved to be very costly indeed. Robbed them of an awesome chance there to try and put themselves one to the good. And a frenetic opening here. Chances at both ends. Lewis, he's pressured there by Anderson. It's hack clear. Christie was trying to make something happen. It was well shut down. And now Rigby will launch it forward. This will be a stoppage because down in the middle we have a body. He's back to his feet now. Tenzing Anderson there, he's alright. Just a bit of a coming together with Sekiris. Now face in the back. So just 3 minutes into the half, we've already seen a few chances, and Olympia look to build forward here, but Rigby's across to deal with that. To build down this left-hand side. It's cut out by Hickey though. Now Woolley. And the Townhouse across to put it out of play and win the throw-in. So well done, the Townhouse. No, now they've decided it's not in fact their ball. The referee has changed his mind, so it's going to be an Olympia throw. Not really sure where that change of mind happened. Apparently protests do get you somewhere anyway. Into the area it goes. Securus with a brilliant touch, brings it down, but well done there by Rigby to get a foot in. Broke up the play nicely, and the referee has spotted something. I think Securus has infringed, so it's going to be Northern Rangers free kick. And just taking a little bit of the pace out of what's been a frenetic opening few minutes here to start the half.
Yeah, taking a little bit of the sting out of it.
Not sure anyone knows what's going on here, to be honest.
They're having plenty to say with Big Poison Ivy over there. Not too often the assistant gets this involved in a contest, but it's Big Poison Ivy. He really likes to be centre of attention at times. So Wilson will eventually get it back underway. Long and strong it goes, looking for Tannhauser. Tell you what, sold Tannhauser into a bit of a trouble, but they win it back. Long and strong it goes. Oh, it's picked up well by Tenzing Anderson, just ahead of Woolley. He hustles and bustles and picks out Christie. Takes advantage, does well. It's a ball that glides along and finds Hill. He just nips it inside, no one coming. Getting a little bit sloppy from Hill. Griffiths wins it. Niles helps it down the line. Swirad keep it in for the Rangers. Calling for players. He puts it for shoulder Anderson. He flicks on with the head. Can't pick out Hill out of play for a throw in. The Warriors will get it back. Champions thrown down. It's whacked away from Meredith. Bobbles up on Securus. He brings it down. Nudged from Christie to Anderson. In for Towns. Threads it back through. Almost picks out Anderson, but Nichols is there. Keeps the Rangers at bay. Measures the ball to Meredith. Inside. Picks out Hoy in the bullseye. He gives and goes. Good tackle from Aiden Rigby. Does well. Edwards can't get it by Cullen. It's back with the Warriors and they surge forward through Meredith. Space to run into. He uses it all. It's blocked from the chest of Aiden Rigby. He's down for the count. Play goes on through Tannhauser. Chips out in front of Hill. It's an exquisite ball. Hill breaches the box. Oh, his touch just too heavy. And Lewis wraps his arms around it on the byline.
Shocking first 5 minutes of this half, Hill. It's not been going his way. His first touch has let him down as the referee spotted something. We've got a player down at the other end of the ground.
I think Rigby really had the wind knocked out of him when he caught one straight on the chest. It was a heavy blow. I think he's going to be alright, but he's just cooked up.
Yeah, big fella gets to his feet now. Oh, nothing serious there. So we can get back the other end here. 52 minutes gone in this contest. Still a 0-0 stalemate. Sheldon Anderson will just give it back and we can get restarted now through Lockie Nichols. Looks up, doesn't see anything presenting itself, so it goes sideways to Van der May, who's then forced back to Lewis. Sheldon Anderson really doing the hard yards and working hard to shut them down. They'll pass their way out though. Now Hoy in the middle of the park. He looks up. Sends it long. It's a good ball that finds Isles. Isles one-on-one with Linnell Atkinson. Just dropped it in short there, looking for the run of the lettuce farmer. Yeah, it's cleared out of play. It really has been a fascinating battle. Isles and Linnell Atkinson. Here's Nichols. Lovely ball centrally. Oh, beautiful pass from Securus to pick out Meredith, but the danger is cleared for now. It's Olympia just starting to build into this half, showing a little bit here. Some nice build-up play. So far, it's the Rangers defence with the answers. Meredith again off for short. Goes looking for Isles. Swirad heads it as far as Griffiths. Bit of an ugly ball, and again, but now Atkinson just puts it into touch, and again, we're just kind of bogged down in this corner of the ground for now. Isles wants it short. He'll get it. And now Atkinson on him. He turns onto his right and shifts the ball in for Meredith. Looking to shape to shoot. Still fighting hard as Meredith. Here's Isles now. Gets a shot off, but it's straight at Wilson. No danger there, and he'll immediately launch the counter-attack. Here they come down the left-hand side. It's Edwards. He looks up. Who's he got in the middle? No one but Sean Lewis. He put it right down his throat, and he happily accepts that one, so no real danger there. There's a pretty good counter, though, from the Rangers. Just lacked the end product. Again, we see Shoulder Anderson pressing. Geez, he's worked tirelessly up top, hasn't he?
He's such a key player for them, Brewster, and as I've said a couple of times, it makes you think it would have been a different beast with him in their side throughout the season. They're really excited about him pre-season, and they really got to see the best of him in the Victory League until too late, really. It's a foul from Lano Atkinson on Isles, so Olympia with the ball. Lano Atkinson far from happy with it.
So Isles going over this one with his left peg. Takes it quickly in behind a Hoy. Hoy one-on-one with Linnell Atkinson. Back to Isles. Shifts it centrally. And it's Hickey who goes to the back post, and Hoy can't keep it in. It goes out of play, so goal kick. Just overhit the ball. Well organised defence of the Rangers, keeping Olympia at bay. Still the deadlock remains. Wilson. Sends it along now to the right. Shoulder Anderson did well to bring it down, but it's Olympia who win the ball. They shift it out to the right. Woolley with a good turn of pace. He turns them on and puts it into the area. Here's Isles now. Can he manufacture a shot? One-on-one with Linnell Atkinson. He goes across the face, and I think it's an own goal.
Maybe, I don't know.
Sekiris is claiming it. I'm not sure if he got a touch on it or not. It's been buried into the back of the net, and they lead. I thought it might have been an own goal. Sekiris is trying to claim it. Let's have a look. It was Isles making things happen. He puts it in. The keeper dives.
No, it's Sekiris. Oh, nah. No, it's not.
Own goal, Swirad. I thought so. I didn't think he got near it, Sekiris. And that's a howler there from Swirad. It got past Sekiris. It got past the keeper. And unfortunately, the centre half has turned it into his own net. And Olympia take the lead here. Luke Isles, the man who made it happen. He's been very dangerous today. Got the better of Linnell Atkinson there. Put it across the face. Never a bad idea to hammer one into a dangerous area like that, because that sort of thing is bound to happen, especially on a day like this. Slippery conditions, uncertainty out there. Now it's the Rangers who have to chase the game, and that'll change things up a little bit, because a lot of their best moments have been on the counter-attack in this game. Now Olympia don't really have to commit the numbers forward as much. And it's going to be up to the Rangers to make things happen. This is a good run from Linnell Atkinson, but ran into trouble, and now Hoy dwells on the ball, turns onto his left. 1-2 with Isles. The return ball wasn't particularly great though, and Edwards plays it out. No, it stays in. Back the other way, a chance now for Rangers, but it was a sloppy pass forward. Christie. Well, he ran straight into Isles. Not the best passage of play, but they'll win the ball. Tenzing Anderson down the line. To Shoulder Anderson. Now the townhouse. That was well cut out though by Hickey. And Hoy's won the ball for his side, but touch was a little bit heavy. Ball's whipped in, looking for Shoulder Anderson, but Vandermeer was always favoured. Here's Christie, lets one fly, and again, good shot blocking for Olympia. It's 2 in a row they've stopped there. And Lewis will be very thankful for the work of his defence there, taking him out of the equation. Good shot blocking. See the first one. It's well done there by Vandermeer, and then following up on the second one. Christie lashing the ball, but able to find a way through. So the ball comes in, headed clear. Woolley laid it off for Hickey. He goes down the line, only as far as the townhouse. And a slightly heavy touch there from Rigby, and in the end he's fouled. Sekiris not happy with the decision, but I don't think he can really complain about that one. Seemed pretty clear. Can the Rangers chase the game? Under lights here at Warrior Park, just about an hour gone. Still plenty of time for them, and they've shown they're capable of forging those chances. teasing ball crossed in, but that's headed clear. Now Ute Towns, is he fouled? No, well done by the lettuce farmer. Now he comes back, and his pass is well cut out. Tenzing Anderson, got a bit sloppy there though. Now Gavin Hoy back the other way. It's Hoy running at defence. He lays it off. Return ball across the face. Dangerous there. It's an offside flag raised, but it wasn't too far away. And we see there Olympia on the break. Really looking dangerous. It was a teasing cross by Woolley. Sekiris throwing his big frame in there. Couldn't quite, and he's still down. He's Sekiris. And he's looking a little bit worse for wear. Emmanuel Sekiris, so we hope he's alright. He's stayed down in that position for a minute or so now. A bit of claret perhaps. Yeah, there's a bit of blood coming out of the nose there, so the medico will fix him up. Yeah, there is a little bit, so he's obviously copped a nasty knock there, Sekiris. Hopefully he'll be alright to continue. Rangers players just using this opportunity just to have a bit of a conference. It's great getting the team together here, just having a chat in midfield. Looks like they're suggesting they need to push up and press them a little more. If my sign language skills can be trusted, that seems to be what they're indicating.
Sekiris looking a fair bit of strife, isn't he? A bit of claret.
Yeah, a fair bit of claret there. And they put water on the grass around him. Yeah, knew that's probably a sign that there's a fair bit there. So
yeah.
Hopefully it's just a blood nose and nothing broken there.
Wilson will bring it back into play. Rangers now chasing the game. One defensive lapse, more or less, has put them behind. There's been good value apart from that. Isles has been a tricky customer, one of the Warriors' best. Plays back. Nichols back to his gloveman in Lewis. Switches it wide, finds Van der May. Go back to Lewis. Played it out of defence here. Olympia have the lead. They can just sit back, play it their way as it comes along. Hill, chest down, sees back from Tannhauser, looking through for Towns. Got into his shell a little bit in this second half. Nichols. Griffiths, down the line he goes. Isles nips it inside. Griffiths to Hoy. Under Tannhauser, he gets it moving, but it's Edwards who picks it up to Rigby. Out on the left it goes. He finds Tenzing Anderson in a bit of space, but his first touch sees it run out of play. Throw in from Olympia is a poor one, straight for the Rangers. Tannhauser, wide. He'll find Hill, and he does. He's got runners in Pat Lanu-Atkinson. He finds him now. Lanu-Atkinson with a ball into the box. Just there for Lewis, and Lewis jukes this one with outstretched arms. Just couldn't find Anderson over the top.
Yeah, too close to the keeper. It was well taken. I just wonder how long we'll see before a substitute's made here by the Rangers, chasing the game. They won't want to wait too much longer, I wouldn't have thought. How long before Hudson decides to go to his bench, shuffle it out. Here's the Townhouse. Gets it across to Ute Towns, again the Mitsubishi medalist Sparky's side. He goes out to Hill. But Griffiths has had his number this half. Just puts it out of play, and a chance now for him to bomb on. Lanu-Atkinson increasingly being sighted in advanced areas on this right-hand side. They chase this one. They've got half an hour just about to try and find a way back into this cup tie. Lanu-Atkinson, like what he sees, eventually goes to the feet of Shoulder Anderson. Lockie Nichols able to clear the danger. Lovely pass, but just waiting on it, and Tenzing Anderson was there to steal it. Gets it out wide to Edwards. Edwards puts it cross in. Shoulder Anderson was there, but it went over his head. Now Hill after it, and a poor touch, and he's had a bit of a mare this half, unfortunately, Hill. He was solid in the first half, but it's just not come off for him so far in the second half.
Yeah,
and
time for a change for mine, and this might be it. Oh, no, Olympia. Sekiris just coming back on. But time for a change for mine.
I'll be bringing Hill off.
I think Hill comes off and you bring Nick Lano-Atkinson on.
Yeah, get the Lano-Atkinson combination going down that flank. I reckon's probably the option.
You just got to, because this game will quickly unravel for the Rangers if they don't.
Here is Hill.
With the Rangers through Swarad, the own goal scorer, not something you want to be known for. Forward, flicked on from Shoulder Anderson. Seen clear from Van der May. It's there for Woolley. He's done all right. His run is impeded here.
Bit of a shirt grab, I think there was on the way, so well done, Woolley.
Yeah, he's done well. I think he's been pretty decent down the flanks.
He's certainly made a few things happen. Let it clear. Easy take Downs. And Edwards. Strokes one through for no one in particular, and Lewis will eat that up all day. No issues for the American there. 65 minutes gone. Olympia holding sway, courtesy of a Swarad own goal. Still no sign of movement on the Rangers bench at the moment. Sekiris now on it. He looks up. He's almost found someone. It was sliding in to come out there. It was Tenzing Anderson, well defended. The throw was taken too quickly, I think. The referee tells him to go back, and we are seeing a substitution here for the Northern Rangers.
That's a good question. No one's even said where's Warren Madawi, but where's he been? On he comes, Cullen off. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I think he's rotated the squad clearly a bit today. McNeil give a few of his bit part players a go, and the substitution being made, as we thought, Hill the man coming off for Rangers.
Had to be made.
Yeah, and nearly changed their fortunes here. He had a good first 45, Hill, but the second half, it's just not quite worked for him, so better give the sub a little bit of time. Here's Shea Hickey. And that was Hickey-like, just sold his a little bit short there in Woolley. Return pass. Go down the line again, looking for Wadawu. Spills out of play though. Tell you what, that fire in the background looks pretty good. I reckon we need one of them in the commentary box.
We do, but I think our OH&S standards are questionable at the moment. They'd be real questionable if we added a fire pit to our little dungeon over here. I think we'd be in trouble, as it's Isles who picks it up just on the edge of the bullseye. Pat Lano-Atkinson wins it back for the Rangers. Out, he finds his brother in Nick. He'll be looking to make an impact. And he looks to beat Griffiths. He just can't quite. Nick Lano-Atkinson, quality player, just probably short of match fitness, which sees him on the bench, but he can be a match winner for the Rangers, no doubt. As he looks to get involved now, they played around in their defence. Good pressing from the Rangers, wins the ball back.
Some real hustle out there. They're moving quick and pressing hard. You can tell they're going to give Olympia a real fight for these last 25 minutes. Can they find a goal? Not with football like that. They've turned it over. It's Sekiris bursting forward. Swarad across to deal with him. And forces Sekiris back with the overlapping run. Comes and Wadawu gets into the back of Swarad. Just felt the contact and went down. Very smartly done there by the Englishman, and draws the free kick. 23 minutes for the Rangers to find something. Olympia pretty solid in defence all day. A couple of moments almost brought undone. Only takes one. Townhouse the back. Rigby back to the Townhouse. Going increasingly important in this game. They've turned it over though. Here's Gavin Hoy back the other way for Warriors. Could have gone down, stayed on his feet. And in the end, they forced the turnover, and that was very casually played out by Wilson. Well done. Here's Nick Lano-Atkinson, who's just on and showing some fancy footwork again, but again, couldn't quite get round his man. Pretty solid defensive work there, keep him in check. As both players want a free kick there. Which way are we going to go? It's going to go against Swarad and to Gavin Hoy.
I reckon play on.
Both of them were claiming it, and I think both were infringing each other.
Yeah. One went up with their head, one went down with their head. They both met, and both came off worse for wear. I tell you what, look at the look that Sekiris is rocking at the moment. We might get a close-up of that in a minute. Just play from Nichols into the box. Hoyt.
Yeah, Hannibal Sekiris.
Real Hannibal Lecter type setup. Out wide. It's Wadawa into the box. Straight to a maroon shirt, and it's Swirat who brings it down. Out for Nick Lanu-Atkinson, who's looked bright since coming on. Forced to turn over though, or not. It's come off a Warrior last, so a throw in. Pat Lanu-Atkinson. Tell you what, not a lot of distance shown by Luke Isles, referee. If he was hot on it, would have been all over in there. Geez, a long raking diagonal almost picks out Adam Edwards. Would have been a beautiful ball. Alas, the line beats everyone. We might just get a close-up on Manu Sekiris if we can. He's rocking a real Hannibal Lecter type setup with the strapping on the head. Where is he? There he is. Look at this. Plenty going on, and Swirat's letting him know about it. He claims Swirat's goal, by the way. I think the ground announcer even called it Sekiris'. Not a chance. As it came down the line, scooped along from Rigby.
That day,
oh, I'd claim the hell out of it if I was in his position.
I've seen you do that on the futsal court. I've got no doubt you do it there.
Absolutely. Every right to, but...
we're not giving it to you,
yeah,
so unlucky.
Yeah, it was an own goal, that's for sure. So Sekiris having another chat. He's getting a puffer.
Minutes. Can they conjure something up here, the Rangers? It's felt like it's the type of game where one goal might be enough.
Yeah, it's feeling that way, to be honest. It's feeling that way. I'd love to see Rangers take this one to extra time. Throw in now, Woolley down the line, just propels it forward and it's run straight out.
Soundhouse laid it back. Some of his teammate a little bit short there. They go long down the line. Again, easily cut out. Nichols and Vandermeer have eaten that up all day long. They've been very solid, those two. Here's Griffiths. We've got Woolley sliding in at right back now with Wadawa coming on. Isles has been the thorn in their side all afternoon. And the real goal threat for Olympia. And a good performance from Isles. His battle with Lanu-Atkinson has been fascinating viewing. Hickey looking to get up there. I think the ball might have gone out of play though. And it'll be a Rangers throw in.
You give Isles it on points just. I'll tell you what, it's been a really good battle. Down the line for Shoulder Anderson. He flicks on looking for Nick Lanu-Atkinson. It's won by Vandermeer. Sees it straight out of play for a throw-in.
They've been doing a really good job of shutting this game down now. They've got the lead. They're happy to protect it. They're just sitting back, breaking up the play well, disrupting, and lovely work there from Hoy, but the Townhouse fought on valiantly. He's coming back the other way, nice play, and spins around as the Townhouse, if you don't mind. Here's Lanu-Atkinson now, jumped over a challenge of Isles, which play will be dragged back for, and the free kick will be given. So some nice work there by the Townhouse, and then the fullback, Lanu-Atkinson, drawing the free kick, and you'd imagine the bodies will pile forward for this one.
Jeez, that was good. Oh, all of that from... Oh, whoa.
Another spin after that.
Yeah. Spinneroony. Nick Lanu-Atkinson. He doesn't mind bringing in a bit of magic. Will it be here? Into the box. It's a nice looking ball. It's met by a Warrior head, and it's with Dawu now. Panically. Just sees it out, sees it clear. Towns now throw in. Time somewhat against the Rangers, though plenty of it to equalise it. Back for Rigby. He's got Silence of the Lambs, Sekiris trailing behind. Oh, he does well. Goes back to his gloveman again. Real Silence of the Lambs type setup from Sekiris. There's play long from Wilson. One by Nichols. Hickey brings it down. He's got Tannhauser for company. He keeps it alive, does Hickey. Accidentally, I think. Shoulder Anderson looks to combine with Nick Lanu-Atkinson. Cut off from Griffiths. It's Hickey on the ball with a shimmy and a shake. He goes back to Nichols. Pressure coming. They're really piling it on here, Rangers. Nick Lano-Atkinson comes across to put Lewis under the pump. He's done well though, Lewis. He's found with Darwoo, flicked it on with a header. Wooley's barging through. Towns with a vital intervention to Swirad. Can't quite find the player he was looking for. Finds Hoy instead. Finds Isles, who with a bit of a shimmy puts it down the left flank and it races out. Oh, throw in. Sells Wilson into trouble with Pat Lano-Atkinson. Oh, it's fallen for Hickey now. Will he make it goal number 2 of the season? He fires high and wide at the goal frame.
Shea Hickey firing over the top there. Just enough to put him off his first attempt, so he went outside again. 15 minutes left here. In truth, they haven't really troubled the Warriors a whole lot this half. It's been a pretty comfortable display in defence for Olympia in the second half. They look pretty resolute back there. Can they find a late equaliser? A very impressive display. Nichols and Vandermeer really put a foot wrong at the back. Long throw down the line now. Headed away. You take Towns. He's got a bit quiet recently, Towns. They've done a pretty good job negating his influence as they spread it wide. Don't think he'll be able to keep that one in. Again, just not quite finding the targets they want. They're breaking down a bit in the final third, the Rangers. Olympia doing a really good job holding them at bay. 15 minutes to go. Their header to the central area.
Tell you what, that was Yamane. I don't even know when he snuck in.
I was going to say, when did he get on anyway? I don't know, he's come off. We'll try and figure that one out for you. Headed clear there by Rigby. And we'll go Shoulder Anderson. Not able to get to that one.
Christie, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. It might well be Christie who's come off. He's the townhouse. Shifts it out to the right to Lano-Atkinson. He cuts inside and then he's fouled, is he? Oh, I thought there was a bit of contact to the back of the leg. Referee disagrees. Play on. And now he's called a foul, which really will infuriate the Rangers fans because they felt they should have had one earlier. Yeah,
probably is a foul.
Left a little bit in. Left a little bit in on after the challenge, but I'm not entirely sure how he didn't get a foul in the first place there. He was surely clipped in the back of the leg. I think that's just the point that he's arguing.
Very, very plain talking from Charlie White. I tell you what.
That's why the players like him, though. Yeah. That's why he's referee of the year. They feel like they can have that discussion with him. And big raps on Charlie. The players get along with him very well. Someone you can have a chat with, and good communication there.
Yeah, you could clearly hear him from where we're sitting. You know, if you get a piece of him after the ball goes, it's going to be a foul. And you're very lucky I'm not pulling out one of these ones for your back chat. Important gestures to his pocket. So yeah, good to hear the referee not losing their cool and just really talking level with the players. Nichols gets a fair chunk of Shoulder Anderson. It'll be a set piece from range, you'd think, for the Rangers. 77th minute now, Brewster. Time swiftly becoming an enemy of the Rangers outfit.
And they haven't really created a chance for a while. It only takes one, but Lewis has been pretty comfortable really since the early stages of the half. They don't create a lot, and the townhouse has just buried that one straight into Hoy. It was a bit of a waste.
He was pretty frustrated with it too, the townhouse. You could see straight look on his face. Yeah, he should have done better with that.
Not his best. It's essentially a one-man wall. We don't want to be hitting it into that. They've still got the ball in an advanced position though. Can they produce something? Well, now Atkinson goes centrally to Towns. They're being forced the wrong direction here. And it's not particularly pretty. They've kept a hold of it though. They had until that ball from Rigby, which was just overhit, and to be fair to him, he received a bit of a hospital ball to deal with. It wasn't an easy one. They did butcher that a little bit, the Rangers, and they're just looking a little bit out of ideas at the moment.
It's just looking like it's not going to be the Rangers' night for me. Just every ball seems to be a metre the wrong way. Lewis on this one. Bring it back and move it Olympia's way. They've got a lead. Pump long from Lewis beyond halfway. It's won by Hannibal Sakiris. He brings down. One on the edge of the box by Wilson for the Rangers. Pumps long. Off the backside of Shoulder Anderson's head. Town somehow gets through traffic but then loses it at the most vital of moments. Isles now on the counter, through for Sekiris. He weaves his way through. Looks to shape and shoot. Instead drops off for Hoy. Somehow makes his way through. Fires. It's blocked well. Oh, Rangers. Tell you what. Looked all at sea in that movement. In the end they scurry it clear. Not the most comfortable or confident bunch at the back there, the Rangers.
Yeah,
see it again.
Hoy with the step over. This is very smooth here.
Like a knife
drops
through
the
hot
shoulder.
butter.
Good shot block though. Let's play on here, and Griffiths will lay it back to the lettuce farmer, who's immediately shut down by Shoulder Anderson, who's saying it was a foul throw.
You don't see them paid nearly enough in any form of football, because people do just extract the urine with them and just toss this in, it might go the one juke. They just take the absolute urine. As it comes out, Wine for Vandermeer. This is a shocker off the side of his boot. Out for a Ranger throw in. 80 minutes. 10 minutes for Rangers to send this one into extra time. Who knows, if they get one, they might snag a late winner. It's drama in these cup competitions. Down the line it goes. It's one with a head by Woolley and out of play.
I just feel like they need to change something up here though, structurally. You just can't see them scoring the way they're playing at the moment. Olympia are dealing with what is being thrown at them pretty comfortably. They've tried to get in behind down the flanks, but the fullbacks are doing a pretty good job, and centrally they're just choking them. Can they find something now as they surge forward? Plenty of numbers back for Olympia. They're going to be hard to break down. Tenzing Anderson, he's done well, dropped the shoulder, but Vandermeer's across to deal with it, and he might have won the throw there, I reckon. Looks a little bit unlucky, Vandermeer. Thought it came last off Tenzing Anderson, but he'll get the throw. And now they're surely going to flood bodies into the box and launch this one. He does just that. It's a pretty ugly old throw. And they're not going to get anything from that, are they? Yep, coming across to deal with these Isles, who's been excellent. They might just break the other way now. Here's Hoy. He looks up and waits for some support, and in the end he waited a little bit too long, because Rigby was there to deal with it.
They might catch him on another counter here, the Rangers. A ball cut out from Edwards, looking forward for Shoulder Anderson. It was timely intervention from Vandermeer. Foul against Towns. Looks to take it quickly. He's not allowed to, says Charlie White. Just have a little chat to Hoy. Dane Hudson cutting a pretty frustrated figure over there on the bench. He's wondering why he was held up so that Charlie White could have a chat to Hoy.
It's an interesting one. Generally, you'd think they'd be able to play it on. Anyway, a chip into the box, dangerous ball, but again, Nichols the man back. Heads are clear. And they've dealt with everything pretty well today, this Olympia back four. Lucky Nichols, of course, mid-season slotted back in there. With Holmes going down injured, these two have become a centre-back pairing and a very competent duo. Here's the Townhouse. Can they find a late equaliser? Not this time. Wadawu launching it long. Will go to the keeper. The bodies will stay forward, you'd imagine. They'll just thump it back up there. Here's Swirad. He launches it long. It's Route 1 football. That's about what the time calls for, really. But again, Olympia repel Wadawu and Hoy. Towns did well to get back, nipping at his heels, and can he start the attack now? He does just that. He shifts it out to the wide areas for Lanao Atkinson, who sets a task for Anderson, a task he was never going to win, and Olympia again will clear.
It's there for Rigby in the bullseye, out wide to Adam Edwards. He's been fairly subdued. He's got to get something going. Rolls it to the top of the box, all Olympia. And it's Hickey with the ball. Nudges for Griffiths. Just gets it by of an attacker and sees it back for Hickey. Finds Vandermeer, skips by one in Yamane. Plays a long diagonal, picks out Isles, he brings down. Looks inside, Tannhauser meets it. It's a good challenge, good coming together. Play goes on, despite some protests. And it's Hickey who picks out Griffiths, but sloppy touch sees it run out of play.
Substitution in the offing here by the looks of it. Edwards might be the man coming off.
Headland coming on. Headland, a young player with pace to burn. He's someone that could have an impact. I think it's the right change, to be honest.
Yeah, they've got to try something new. It's what they've been doing really this half. Hasn't looked particularly threatening. Maybe the added pace might just allow them to nip in behind. Townhouse lays it back. Olympia pressing hard though. Squirrad does well not to turn it over. Well, now Atkinson up the line. Only as far as Griffiths. Hickey and Isles raffle it. Isles soldiered on, kept hold of the ball, but Towns was there to break it up, the Mitsubishi medalist. Now they try and counter. Tenzing Anderson goes direct. Didn't find anything there though. Griffiths clears the area before Shoulder Anderson can get there. That's going to just bounce out of play. And the hour is growing very late indeed for the Rangers. 84 minutes gone. Still Olympia holding sway, courtesy of an own goal to Squirrad. It's looking like it might well be enough to split these two teams and send Olympia through to the semi-finals.
Geez, they're well matched, aren't they, Drew?
Very, very evenly matched. It's been a real tough battle, and it's the type of result where it's always probably going to come down to, you know, one team taking one chance, as it were. It was just an own goal. It's not been a lot between these two. It's been a real scrappy sort of game, but Rangers haven't given up the chase yet. The cross is very, very ugly. That's wasteful from the substitute. He's put it into orbit just about.
Tell you what, the work before that was sublime.
Very
really
smooth.
Sharp stuff from Towns in particular. And Shoulder Anderson, he's a great player. And I think this one's just beyond them. Last time these two teams met, it was a penalty that separated them. And today's going to be an own goal. Rangers will bow out of the cup, not without a fair old fight though. They've been good. They've been good value in this. Lewis over it now. Drives a flat ball, a flat tame one. Somehow finds Securis. Looks to find out Isles. It's Lano Atkinson who picks it up and dashes. Dashes well, but can't pick out his brother. Griffiths tips it out of play and out for a throw-in. Pat Lano Atkinson with the throw. Goes short inside for Rigby. Rigby finds some space. Can he shoot? No, he tries for the pass and it's blocked at the edge of the box. Hoy through traffic, sublime. Back for Hickey. Salutes Securis and Swearad. Just guides it out for Tenzing Anderson. Anderson along the carpet. It's there. Towns robs Wadawu of it. Can't quite nip by Meredith. It's one back through Wadawu. He goes in for Hoy. He's been good. Out on the left. Isles and Pat Lano Atkinson. Lano Atkinson lunges in. Isles comes out with it. Puts it to the front post and Swearad who sees it out. 87 minutes gone, Rooster. Will we see late drama?
Olympia certainly won't be in any rush to take this throw. I reckon they'll just try and keep it down here in this corner for as long as they possibly can. Isles will take. They do play it short. Well, that wasn't particularly well thought out, I think, there from Isles, and it'll give them the goal kick here, Rangers, and they'll get it moving nice and quick. 87 minutes to tick by. Can they find a late goal to push this one to extra time? Olympia have been absolutely resolute in defence throughout this half, and Nichols again cuts it out. He's been spectacular today, Nichols.
He's been good.
He's read everything. He's shut them down time and time again. And if he can do it for another couple of minutes, his team will go through. Oh, just running over the ball was Linnell Atkinson.
That's maybe sign of a player that's a little bit rusty.
Yeah, here's his brother. He's work around the corner, but Hickey read it well. The Townhouse wasn't going to let him get through, and he puts it out of play. He's been pretty good today, the Townhouse, I thought.
He's been superb, to be honest. He's been the pick of the range of midfielders.
Agree with that.
Towns come in and out of the game, hasn't he, really?
Yeah, he's kind of played in patches. He's go 10 minutes without doing a lot, and then he'll have a really flashy patch. But I think Hickey's put on some good,
Speaking of
good
flash,
work on him.
Towns in for Tannhauser, and here they go, the Rangers. It's Kenta Yamane with the ball. Skip to the edge of the box, and it's out for a corner.
Oh, everybody forward. Get up
Just
there.
about James Wilson forward.
Get up there, Wilson. Get in there, lad.
Looks like he...
Looks like he wants to, but he's not sure he has permission. He's hovering it halfway.
Get up there, I reckon.
Well,
Lano Atkinson's not up there, so it makes it tough to justify the keeper going up there.
Yeah, last roll of the dice.
Just about last chance saloon, this.
So here we go. The ball's played in, teasing ball. Clear off the line. Oh, they'll cross it in again. They're not done with yet. Oh, well shut down by Warren Wadawu. And now Hoy will take it away. The danger's averted. I'm not sure who it was, but there was an Olympia boot on the line.
Yeah, but
who stopped it.
Towns, what a header.
I know Towns there. I was wondering who it was on the line for Olympia because they've just saved the day.
We'll see the replay.
Here we go.
Towns, what a header. It's Woolley.
Yeah, Woolley, well done. Good positional sense, and that is why it is so important to have a man on the line. 89 minutes tick by, and you just wonder, was that their moment, Rangers? Will they get another one? That might just about be it. Lewis is going to eat up as much time as he can. Would that have been a dramatic way to see this game go into extra time? 89th minute header, not to be, and this is out of play, and will allow them to eat off a little bit more clock. It's job just about done for the Warriors. Now look to just keep it down here in this corner, you'd imagine. He's in absolutely no rush. Perhaps a bit too centrally, and gives it up. Now everyone's got to push forward, but Van der May knew exactly what he was doing. Got it back to Lewis. The 90 minutes are up. You can't imagine there being much stoppage time.
1 minute tops, I reckon, Brewster.
I reckon you're right with that. And Lewis will just thump it out of there, although the wind's taking hold of it and it might land at the head of Yamane. Here we go, last roll of the dice. Ite Towns is hacked down, free kick, and everyone has to be forward now.
Meredith, that's just about cheese.
I think it is. He's bought his defence a little more time to organise, but I'm not sure why the keeper's not up there. Everyone has to be up there for this, don't they? You won't get another chance.
Get up there.
Get up there.
Get up there. Lanu Atkinson over it. Last chance saloon into the box. Oh, it's a header, but it's straight into the breadbasket of Lewis. Look how casual he is.
Oh, that was nearly
it. See this again. Aiden Rigby. Oh, the slightest of heads. He knows he could have put that one in.
Half a metre either side, and that's 1-1. Oh, jeez, Olympia. Slack marking. That's a free header 6 yards out from the big centre-back. And that is appalling marking for Olympia. Very, very fortunate that Securus Isles, they flick it around, they force it wide to Wadawu. They might double the advantage here. Here's the lettuce farmer. Isles, side netting only. But it probably won't matter. They had their moment, the Rangers.
They've had two moments.
Oh,
that's a good save from Wilson.
That was an excellent save.
He's been great, to be honest.
Well, we're still playing on. They're still throwing bodies forward. Here's Towns. Have they got one last roll of dice in them? Towns is brought down, is he? No. Corner.
For a corner.
All right. Surely Wilson gets up for this one.
Come on. Yeah, here he goes.
Get in there, keeper. Finally. This is it. This truly is the last chance. It's been pretty generous giving him 2 minutes of added time, I reckon. So this must be the last.
Maybe the Securus injury.
Yeah, maybe. Keeper. Wilson!
Oh! Oh! What a story it would have been. In reality, it went well wide, but what a story it would have been. Came to Wilson.
He's made cracking contact with that.
Good contact, but just well wide of goal. That would have been unbelievable. I reckon that's the ball game, and geez, I feel for the Rangers, Drewy.
Oh, 3 late chances. Olympia playing with fire here at the end. They look like they're just going to hang on. They are pegging for this final whistle. They've just about held on the Warriors. The Rangers have fought hard. And still we play on.
Tell you what, Towns in the dying stages has come into his own. It's been immense. It falls now for Rigby, scoops it over the top. This will be swallowed by Lewis and surely full time. Surely. Whacked forward by Lewis. Won by Swirad. Away from Lanu Atkinson. And it's full time. The Victory League champions surge forward in the Victory Cup into the semi-finals. This thrilling rivalry has another chapter as the Rangers just not quite good enough against Olympia. It wasn't much that split them. It was an own goal in the end. But what a 90 minutes we have just witnessed, Rooster. A cracking game of cup football.
Yeah, it was a typical cup tie. It was cagey at times. It was a physical match. Both teams really fought hard. And in the end, the Rangers crafted 3 excellent chances in the final 3 minutes. Just could not take any of them. One cleared off the line. One header from the keeper, which just would have been the story of the season. I've been calling for him every set piece. They didn't give him a chance. He finally got in there at the end and he nearly forced extra time. It wasn't to be. Olympia grind out a tough 1-0 result.
Let's watch it again, Rooster.
Oh.
Big Wilson. Jeez, he got good connection.
Oh, jump, the leap. It was all right, but just drifted wide.
Tell you what, that's in. But I don't reckon Lewis is saving it.
And moments before that, of course, we saw an excellent free header from yards away straight at Lewis.
Rooster. Straight in off Swirad. He knew it was his own goal. Sakiris claimed it. Good on you. I love your effort, Sakiris. But the end up won't fool me. I've seen the replay. Straight in off Swirad. A goal, an own goal. And unfortunately, that's what sees Rangers bow out of the Victory Cup. But geez, they were gallant against the league champions.
Yeah, it was a cracking game, wasn't it? It was a really enjoyable football match. A good, proper cup tie. In the end, Olympia sneak on through. They're absolutely made to earn it, though. You just, as I said a couple of times, it always felt like that sort of game where one goal, one moment might just be enough, and it proved to be the case. It was a real arm wrestle. Olympia march on.
They march on indeed, and we'll wait to see on Monday who they'll come up against. Olympia faithful clap off the Warriors, champions of the league and maybe champions of the cup. The Rangers clapping them off, so that's a really nice touch, honouring of course their league win probably, and also that quarter-final victory. It was a thrilling game. Plenty more to come in the Victory Cup. Another quarter-final tomorrow. Kingborough taking on Hobart Jeep Zebras, and then on to the semi-finals next week. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. There'll be plenty more to come on sliceofcheese.net. That's your one-stop shop, so head there for all your Victory Cup coverage. For now, that's all from us from a very, very cold Warrior Park.